going on, everybody? It's Reed with Oasis Sim Racing, and we took a little field trip today to come see our friends over at Driven Dynamics. We got Mr. Alex, Mr. Colin. We were up in Austin, Texas, teching out pretty much the coolest sim that's on the market right now. So, without further ado, please tell me about what we're about to get into today.
Well, one, thank you for coming up here and hanging out with us. I know we've been talking for a little bit of time, but now I know you tried it, just a couple months ago, and now you're trying kind of the next version of what we're building that me and Alex have been working on. But we'll kind of go into it. Alex, I'll kind of let you take it away about who we are, how we started, and everything.
Yeah. So we're Driven Dynamics. We're built a full motion 6 degree of freedom simulator. It started about 8 years ago as a hobby for me when I got into sim racing, and I just wanted the most realistic thing I could get. I wasn't finding it out on the market at the time. And so, here we are 8 years later with this crazy hexapod. We do everything on it's custom. We do all the software, the electronics, the firmware, the CAD, mechanical stuff. We do the assembly here in-house.
It's been a pretty amazing journey so far. So.
Yeah, you guys are at the cool side. Me and Wyatt complain about sim stuff. Like, man, I wish you could do this. You guys are actually doing
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing. And yeah, trying the version 1, I would say, over at Podium recently, jumping onto this thing is just, it's insane. Like, the difference is incredible.
Yeah, we've changed a couple different things from, we started with attached monitors, and obviously now with having the 77s, we've kind of gone away from that. Obviously this one's bolted to the floor, which makes it a little bit different from like a rigidity standpoint. But yeah, I mean, everything that you could imagine that you would want in a simulator is what we're providing for people. And I think that's really important, especially for me, from coming from like a professional driving background. I never felt like, going from a real car to a simulator, I never felt like something that I'm like, wow, I'm really gravitating to this. Is this going to really enhance my skills? And, when I came on this project nearly about 2 years ago?
2 years
Two years now. When Alex was starting to build this, I'm like, wow, this is really special. This is really something that I can see going even further. And to now, where I'm saying, talking to you, where we're really pushing the boundaries of motion and bringing that realism to what we're currently do within kind of the simulator driving space.
Absolutely. So. And with a professional driving background, what is like the 1 or 2 things that you get out of this that most simulators don't provide? Like, where's that disconnect coming from?
I think a lot of it is, one is latency, like how fast in response that the simulation, like if you're spinning out the car, for instance, or if you're about to lose traction, how fast can you catch that? And how far are you able to regain that to get yourself back on track and get yourself back in the race, or just testing or whatever. That was a big one, especially with a lot of stuff on the market. A lot of stuff is delayed, so you're always constantly trying to find the in-between battle of like, can I really make this fast? Can I make this feel like a real car? Which I never really sought out and thought anything was really close to that. But now, since we're in like single digit, like milliseconds of being that low, that's very important.
That's super cool.
The other thing too is the motion and how the physics are actually ran with our motion platform. I think that is another characteristic that was very important. With a lot of stuff out there, I mean, there's a very technical side of different effects that people have made over time, like exaggerated effects, like if you're braking, it's gonna drop, like a couple inches or even further than past.
Because we're always trying to like trick the brain for the simulation side.
Correct. And I think with how we have designed, and Alex specifically went in and designed our motion through software, I think that characteristic makes it the magic of what we're currently doing, and how it makes it feel very close, and how we're able to change that if something doesn't specifically feel like a car that we tested last week, and we can make those different characteristics and different changes. So I think between the motion, latency, I mean, there's more, but that's, to me, what really made the magic, and like what I'm wanting to drive, and what I can go from this and hop in a real car and feel basically the same.
And that's always, I mean, for all of our businesses, that's always the goal, is be able to, from the sim to the real life, where's that translation? How close are we getting? That's always the end goal. So that's amazing. Now, where does Driven Dynamics, like what's the future? What's the goal? What are you guys after?
Ooh.
I know, big words.
Yeah, so we're looking to kind of revolutionize the motion simulation market. I mean, right now your options for motion simulators are in the consumer space. You have stuff that's anywhere from say 5,000-10,000 up to maybe a couple 100,000, but it tends to be more entertainment focused, right?
Right.
Like exaggerated motion, or it's delayed, or you're kind of playing with sliders to try and get it to feel the way you want.
Or just even the max amount of travel it can even provide you.
Right. And so then you get up to the other end of the spectrum where you have like $10 million simulators that F1 teams and manufacturers are using, and there's just nothing in between. Like let's say you're somewhere in between, even like IndyCar, you have to go, borrow time on a big simulator, right? Fly out there, it's in high demand. There's nothing for you really realistic where the motion is giving you cues that can actually help you learn to drive the car.
Correct.
Right. So we're looking to get it as one-to-one and accurate with the car as we can.
Yep.
And that means that we're out doing data collection, we're out testing real cars, we're then trying to reproduce those same feelings using data in the simulator here in the office.
That's amazing. So it sounds like a race team would be very financially smart to do this unit for what they would save on the real life cost for the training application.
Yeah,
I like
correct.
that. I like it.
Yeah,
I like
correct. Yeah, for the price points. I mean, from the usually between like $2 to upwards of $50 million to run one of those, and then you're having to usually have a whole team operate it,
Right.
where you're not having to really do that. And you can find like Alex said, a lot of the characteristics that you're looking for are within the same motion platform of what we
Yeah.
provide. So
And that's perfect. And we've seen time and time again the simulation characteristics working into the real life
Yeah.
racing world is just
Yeah,
day
yeah.
in, day out. It's getting
Yeah.
better. So if we can take this to a real race team and they can use it for the training side, I mean, that's
Yeah, I just think it's cool that, for me, it's more of like, and for Alex, the fact that I can take this to the track, I can have literally the same car in the game with our motion platform and the real car, and then really compare the two and go back and forth.
Yeah.
And knowing that it's identical, data proven, I think that is huge.
For
And
sure.
that makes what you're looking for as a driver, as someone that's looking to develop, I think that is super important. In
Absolutely.
the grand scheme of things.
So apart from setting these up with private, custom race teams and stuff, I'm just a cool guy and I've got a good car collection. Can I put this one in my house?
Yeah, of course.
That's
Yeah.
it.
It's a done deal.
That's what we're talking.
One in my garage, yeah.
So if you guys are interested in one of these, let me know. We can make it work for you. Having been on it, and is the most aggressive simulator that's on the market that I've personally been in and tested, it's the first simulator that I'm afraid to crash. Like legitimately, I'm gonna let off a little bit to not run this wall.
Yeah.
Ours I'll throw in just to see what happens. This one I did find myself backing off a little bit in some of those entries. So phenomenal. From top to bottom, what you guys have created here is amazing. It truly is.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
So, thank you again for inviting us. Let us come check this out. We'll have to get you guys down in our house and we'll race on ours one of these days.
Yes.
Might be a little bit different of a simulator experience, but we'll hopefully provide some fun in the house for you.
Of
But,
course.
Yeah, of course.
No, this is if you guys are in Austin, Driven Dynamics, these guys are phenomenal. If you're ready for one of these at the home or at the race shop, let us know. We'll put you in contact and we'll make sure you guys get you set up. Anything else for us, guys? Anything last you want to leave us with? Things to watch for Driven Dynamics?
We have a lot of stuff, I would say, in the future that we're looking forward to once it comes out of our kind of R&D shop to
Yep.
show what's capable. I think it will be really important for the space, and I think it will really push hopefully others to be just as creative. But for us, it's really taking the impossible and showing what is actually real, and I think that's super important.
Perfect. Well, seeing how cool this thing is, I can't wait to see what future
Yeah.
stuff you guys have to
Yeah,
come out
yeah.
with. We'll make sure to put a link, everybody, for social links for Driven Dynamics. Make sure you check them out, Facebook, Instagram. But yeah, we are super excited for the future and can't wait to work with you guys even more.
Same.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Until the next one, guys, we'll see you soon.